Hello and welcome back to Sabretooth at Nethemba, where we care about your security. Look, I've cleared my desktops and I've cleared everything because this is a backup laptop and I don't need it anymore, so I may as well just keep it for this. It's been 2 weeks since I've done anything. I was at the Hacker Camp Y 2025 in Amsterdam, and then I've just had a week catching up with work, so I've not touched this for 2 weeks. The last box I did was Wonderland on Try Hack Me. Now what worries me is that I think today is going to be a little bit insane. Let's see. We need to go to machines, followed by retired. Okay. Right. Excuse me. And brain fudge. Yes, indeed. Okay, so there is a language, an esoteric language called Brainf, which is all pluses and minuses and brackets and things, right? So it could be based on this. It absolutely could be based on this. There we go. So this could be a little bit awkward. If that's what this is about, let's take a look. Let's take a look. We are going to spawn the machine and probably also then revert the machine. Maybe not. We might be okay. Fine. The first insane machine of HackTheBox. Let's do what we need to do to get started. If I remember what that is. CD desktop, streaming, sabretooth at Nethemba. Okay, so sudo open VPN. Good, I remembered. It's been ages, you know. Doesn't seem long for you because I've been scheduling things, you know. So we're going to make a new directory, which is in boxes, and we're going to cd into there. Open it a few thousand times, and I think we're good to go. Let me just move that down so that you can see under my cam. And by this point, this hopefully should be up. Not quite, not quite. So we're going to nmap. We'll do T5 as usual. We'll do A, and it's going to be 10, 10, 10 something, but I'm not sure what anymore. I've totally lost count on where we're at. October was 16, so shall we say 17 perhaps? Let's try 17. Okay, normally this is done by the time that reaches 57. So the fact that it still isn't is a slightly worrying time. I'm going to close this video off. I may revert the machine and then come back. So it'll be a few minutes, but see you in about 5 seconds. Good, that's what we like to see. 10, 10, 10, 17 as expected. So let's start this running. We can also try the website straight off as well whilst that's happening. There perhaps isn't one. It's going to take this long. I'm not sure if I need a HTTP on there or if there's a HTTPS site at all. Could be anything like that. Maybe there isn't a website at all this time. Could be good. Something a bit different. Let's put this in our notes. Okay, so it's on the script scan already. That's not bad. Oh, blimey. Here we go. So there's port 443. So it looks like there isn't port 80, but there is a website on 443. So if I change that to HTTPS, that should load. Okay, nice. What am I doing? Good. So let's take a look. We've got port 22, which is SSH. We've got emails here. And again, with the emails, one's for sending, one's for receiving. We've got the website here. SSL cert, brainfuck.htb. And then we've got super secret. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it looks like maybe we've got two websites here, maybe not. Let's put this into the sudo nano etc hosts. 10.10.10.17, right? Get that in there. And we'll get this in here. It's worth thinking about. Okay, let's try loading this website again. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much difference, so that's fine. We have this and we have the other as well. Oh, hang on. What I didn't do is that. Okay, so we're going to go through the same rigmarole as before. Okay. Okay, so things seem to be taking a while. Let's carry on looking through here. No, that's it. Okay, so we've got 443 with maybe two websites on there. We've got emails and SSH. Okay, not so bad. Not so shabby. Oh, okay, so it's a WordPress site. Fine. So this shows WordPress. So we're going to use WP scan probably. Let's check out the other one as well. What was the other one again? Here. And that's also on 443. Let's open another tab for that. Again with the certificates. And we have a forum as well where we can sign up and log in. And we've got some threads by the looks of it. Username admin. Discussions, tags. Okay. This is going to be fun. I'd quite like to start on the SMTP integration is ready. So I've got an email address here. Right, one thing at a time. Shows a forum. Nice. Okay. WordPress, well, I'll just put, yeah, fine. WordPress site shows. Definitely take this email address because it could be useful. In fact, I'm going to take the whole line. So it looks like we may have a username here, Orestes perhaps. Let's get some WP scan. Now normally I'll check for I'll do a directory brute force and things, and I will do that, but for now I'm going for the more obvious, WP scan being the most obvious at the minute. Going for the more obvious ideas first. Let's see if this runs okay with the certificate issue. Yeah, the certificate was not okay. Okay, so we're going to do WP scan and just look for things about the certificate. we have here stealthy, login, multi-call, cookie jar force, enumerates, disabled TLS checks. So that should ignore the certificate issues. So we're just going to run it again with this and just make sure it starts okay. And if it starts okay, I can start looking elsewhere on the other website whilst that's running. Well, it's not caused an error yet, so it's just not coming out with any info yet either. Yeah, here it comes. Lovely. So whilst that's happening, I'm going to start looking around over here. Do we know what type of forum this is? Does it have any ID on it? Is it a public framework? Not that I can see. This looks like a custom forum. So we can sign up, we can log in. We've got development here as well. Test, hello. So we have admin and we have Orestes as well on this site. Okay. Fine, let's sign up and have a look. Send a confirmation email. Well, that's not going to help us because we won't be able to get them. Okay, let's take a look at the users. We have Orestes here. Post 6, discussions 1. No discussions, mentions, posts. Why does it show 6 posts but there's only 1? Hang on. 2 of 2 posts. What about admin here? Okay, let's log out and let's log in again with admin and things like this and see what we can do. Login details incorrect. Yeah, of course, because it needs to be 8 characters long. Okay, so I can't really find much here. I can't really find much here right now unless I can hijack an account. So let's get back to the WordPress for the minute. Okay, we've got a plugin here which is out of date. Okay, let's take a look at this in a second. WP scan shows. So we've got a plugin which is out of date. What else do we have here? Let's take a look. We've not got any users here though, have we? So we have themes. Okay, WordPress version 4. Headers, fine. Let's enumerate some users. Anyway, whilst that's happening, let us check out the support plus responsive ticket system on search exploit. So clear that. I can't remember what it was called. Support plus responsive ticket system. Support plus ticket. Nice, okay. So we do actually have 3 different things here which we could look into. Privilege escalation sounds nice. SQL injection and multiple vulns, which is good. Good. Do we have any usernames yet? Administrator and admin both here. Okay, we'll take a copy of that as well. So we've got both administrator and admin. Okay, let's take a look at multiple vulnerabilities. Just doing these in order, you know. Okay. SQL injection, full path disclosure, directory traversal, broken authentication. Blimey. Okay, we'll keep that open. I'm going to look at the other two as well, just because there aren't many to go through. It makes sense to look at them all and then see which one is probably the best to, or the easiest to try first. If you try the easiest ones first, you know, it's not the worst idea, because it'll save time in the long run. You can log in as anyone without knowing the password because of incorrect usage of... So do that, and then you can go to the admin panel. That seems interesting. Okay, and what was the last one? SQL injection. Description, type user access, any user, post cat ID is not escaped. Proof of concept, admin IX. Okay, I need to find out where that is. I'm drawn to this just due to the fact it says you can log in as anyone. I think the others might need some login rights already. I'm not entirely sure. But we have a proof of concept. So I think what we can do is... it's the same thing, admin Ajax or whatever. So I think what we can do is... exploit.html. So what we're going to do is just change this to... that. We're going to add the S onto this. So we've got the administrator user, we've also got admin as well. So we'll try both. Let's just save that. If we go into here, boxes, and open that, we just hit login. And I rather hope that's going to log us in, you know? It's taking a while to load this. Let's go back to the website. And we'll go to... are we logged in? It doesn't seem like it. This has not done anything. So let's go to WP admin. Seems to be taking some time. It's a really, really slow system. I mean, that didn't seem to work, did it? What if I try as the admin user instead? Let's just wait for this first. I mean, what we've got in the cookies here, it shows that we're logged in, doesn't it? As an administrator. Did this actually work? WordPress logged in as administrator is here. Okay, let me open this in an... so WP login, it doesn't show us as logged in. Oh, howdy administrator. I just had to refresh. Okay, wow, that worked. That's interesting. Let's update notes. Okay, this one, right? Using this, we added the code to a HTML file. Oh, come on. Then ran it to gain access as just right. I think it's been a while, right? But just out of interest, let us just grab that and show what code we used, just for completeness, you know. Right, lovely. So we've gained access. So I think we can just do a reverse shell. The dashboard. Intriguing. I still don't know what to do with this because there isn't the administrator user here. There was Orestes and there's admin. I can't sign up because I need a... I mean, what happens here? No, I need to log in order to be able to write a reply. It's intriguing. Oh, come on. There we go. So we've only got access to profile. We really don't have access to much here at all, do we? Do you know what? I'm going to log out. I'm going to try the admin user and see if that's got any better rights. Oh, this is more like it. Dashboards, themes, widgets, menus, brilliant. So that's what we needed to do. That's what we need to do. Okay, that's fine. So all we need to do is change that. There we go, and our code is still valid. Brilliant. Right, we've now got a fuller access, I suppose. One plugin update. Intriguing. So again, we're going to have to wait for this, but thankfully it's done. Update plugins. So can we go to the theme editor? That's the way we generally do it, right? So this is the proficient theme. So let's see what other themes we have. We've got 20. We don't want to do 2017. We mess around with this, don't we? We've done this before. We've done this before. In internal, there it is. Okay, so we'll mess with the 2017 theme. We'll go to the 404 template and we're going to replace this with a reverse shell. We've done this before as well. So we're going to ifconfig 10.10.14.7. Okay, we're going to cat out help shells and PHP reverse shell. So what was it? 10.10.14.7. So we'll grab that and put it in here. Okay, 10.10.14.7 on port 1234. Oh, what we can't save? Ha! We can't actually save this. Sneaky hobbits is. So, okay, when we couldn't use the theme editor before, we did it in the plugins, didn't we? We changed the plugin. So let's take a look. See what we've got. We've got the EasyWP SMTP. That's the email. Interesting. I'll take a look at that in a second. Hello Dolly and WP Support Plus. I'm intrigued about this. There's the email address. Oh, we've got an email password, guys. Nice. Okay, fine. So let's read the emails before we do much else. But I'm still hoping to get a shell from here somewhere. We'll get rid of that. We don't need that for now. We cannot edit themes, but when looking to edit a plugin, we found that my typing today is awful. Sorry. Settings page, which has a username and password for SMTP. Brilliant. Well, we don't know that it works yet. So the username is here. Password is here. Come on. Oh, you can't copy from the password field. Tell you what, let's inspect this. I could just copy it from here, to be fair, but I'm just going to change the type to text. So now it's not a password field. Yeah, there's always a way around things. Hacker, yes. Okay, so let's log into the SMTP then, I guess. Right. How do I even do this? I know how to do IMAP and stuff, but SMTP is a little bit more awkward. So we're going to telnet to open 10, 10, 10, 17. Hello. No? Oh, okay. I didn't put the port, did I? I'm not getting any feedback here. Oh no, there we go. So I've got the reply for hello. Oh, I didn't know the help. So I'm going to have to look this up because the amount of times I've actually had to interact with SMTP using Telnet is near zero. Very near zero. So hello, mail from to data. Nope. No op help. Verify whether a mailbox exists. Verify user 2. I see. Then I've got reset and quit. Auth. Obsolete commands. Response codes. Okay, let me just look at this again. Because there's IMAP and POP3 here as well. Might not be the worst thing in the world, but it's just whether the SMTP password would work for these two. Because if we've got POP3 and things, it would be so much easier. I'd like to keep working with SMTP just because I generally don't. So this is going to help me quite a bit. Different protocols. Okay, I see. Mail access. So yeah, IMAP and POP3. So I'm guessing then that I'm going to have to do it that way. I knew that SMTP was generally used for sending. I didn't realize that I couldn't actually use it at all for accessing, but I do now. So we'll try this again. Okay. What's this name? What's his name? Orestes. Okay. Okay, logged in. Nice. Yeah, okay, fine. So how do we done that? We've done this before, haven't we? It's not fetch, is it? It's not fetch. Come on, guys, what's the command? Help me out here. I can't keep everything in my brain. I suppose I could just look at the RTFM manual. I really can't remember. Can't remember at all. List. Okay. So there's two messages here. Is it retrieve one? There we go. Retrieve two. Okay. Right, you see, we get there. It's just in the brain somewhere. It's just taking its time. It's just taking its time, guys. So let's read through these two emails that we have here. First one is WordPress site has been set up, blah, blah, blah. Your credentials for our secret forum are below. Arrest us, and then this password. Lovely, great. See, guys, it's in there. It just takes time. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. Lovely, we're in. Nice. So maybe now we can, it even shows us online. Lovely. Maybe now we can look at a few more of our own options. Profile. Posts. Oh, look at this. We've got some kind of encoding going on, guys. So we've got discussions here. Key. Okay. Right. Does this website still exist? It existed like 20 years ago, back when myself and this other guy hacked it. Look, go to the chat. That was like, I was 16 back then. Let's just do a Caesar brute force just to see if it's actually just shifted. Which it isn't. Okay, so it's not a simple shift. I mean, okay, let's do some analysis, cryptanalysis, guys. I probably don't need this yet. I might do later. There we go. So we've got two letters here which are the same, and there's no way there's a word in the English alphabet, in the English language, that has just two letters. Now this could be Ive, I-V-E, or Isle, or something like that, but you expect these two letters to be the same in the case of Isle. So it looks like if it's shifted, every character is shifted by a different amount, which means it could be Vignir perhaps. But I need to find the key for that. What's this? So that's got a QQ, and the next time, I mean, this looks like it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. And then we have 3, 6, 7 again. Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So is the key changing each time? That's the same again. Oh, that must be a signature, right? Ah, I see. We've got the plain text here. Okay. So this is the plain text. Okay, this is the plain text. Right. Notes. Okay. When logging into the forum, we find encoded. Still not going to use encrypted. Encoded chats. For which Orestes ends each time with this. And in the encoded forms, just to get a few examples of, it's this. There's this. There's this. So if we've got a few ciphertexts and we've got a plain text, we should be able to crack this. Especially if it is a Vigneer. Let's have a look. Cipher and codes. I think maybe decode would be better for this. Oh, cipher identifier could be useful. Oh, I've got it here. Vigneer. So if we put in this here, and the key, we've got a partial key. We've actually got a plain text word, haven't we? So there, plain text word. Plain text word is that in this case. Then we decrypt. Results should appear here. Can I actually find? So what if I get rid of that and get rid of that and get rid of that? So let's try again. This is not looking useful. Maybe it's not Vigneer. What if we do it the other way around? Or maybe just put that one word in. We don't have it. What if we do a partial key? Then it should invert, in theory. Brainf. Oh my god. Okay. Right, let's hacking for fun and profit, wasn't it? Great. Let's get rid of this as well. Let's just get that automatic decryption. We almost had something there, didn't we? It's because I'm using automatic decryption, that's why. So what if we do that? Well, now we're going to get rid of the spaces here. Try again. It had like, hang on, so we've got a partial key. So we're going to have to put in this, right? Right, where's the encrypted messages again? I could always use just a different message or something. So I could use cryptanalysis. So I can't quite get this. But let's try cracking it manually now that we've got some sort of clue. Let's try cracking this manually. So I don't know how Vigneer works, so I don't know if I'm saying it right. Okay. No, I'm not entirely sure. Right, give me a few minutes on this. I'm going to keep playing around with that website and then I'll be back. Okay. I just did the key length size because I just thought, and I did it as 3 because that's what it was set as. And this is what I got, and it didn't really come up with anything. But I figured if I can get the key length, then it might be easy to actually, if I can get the key length, it'd be easy to break. So manually, so we do 4. It still doesn't show anything. 5. Still not got anything. 6. So I've been a while. I've just been for a drink, been for a walk. Read up a bit more on the Vigneer cipher, which I sort of used to know all about. And getting the key length is the main one. So that's what we're going to do. 9, 10. It could be a long key. That's the problem. Could write a program to do this, 11. Oh, no. 11. Hey, give me the URL for my key. Which one that is. Book guy. Okay. Okay, guys, we got the password. Fine. Using this and routing key lengths. Oh, my typing. It's annoying me. This is what happens when I'm away for a week and I don't use a laptop at all. We find eventually. Take a screenshot of this. So that wasn't too bad. It was more about the key length than it was about the actual key. But they should have been able to put in that, the decoded version, like the plain text version, and it should have come out with the... I guess it should have come out with the... maybe I did back to front. Let me just try something. Just to see if I'm being an idiot or not. Right? If I put in this as plain text word and this as the thing, it has no result. if I put this in as that, and then I put this in as the plain text, still no result. So I don't know what's going on, but it should work like that, I guess. It's just a subtraction, I think. It's just some sort of subtraction. It's like P minus O and then I minus R and so on, all the other way around. But whatever, it doesn't matter. We've got the key, which means we can decode all of this stuff now on here. So really, all we need to now do is place that in there and place the key in here. And we should be able to read all of these. Please, okay. No problem, I'll brute force it. Oh, is it a brute forceable password? I mean, is this a discussion key? Oh, it's a two-way discussion. I was only looking at his posts. Right, let's go again and figure out what is actually happening. That is the end of... That's the end of it. Let's go from the start. Let's get this full conversation going. Give me the URL for my key. Okay. And then admin says... Say please and I just might do so. And that was the please. And then this... Oh, this is a URL. Okay, this is the one we want. This is definitely the one we want. And then he says, I'll brute force it. Okay, nice. Oh, this looks like an SSH key. This is good. It's taken a while. Okay, in the key chat, admin says, which decodes to... Glad this bit is over. Cool, so we now have this key. In theory. wget. Lovely. So we're going to chmod the key. No, I meant to chmod it to 600. And then SSH. I just want to see if it works, you see. ID, nope. RSA. This, is that right? I think so. At into the passphrase for the key. Brilliant. Okay, nice. So let's just grab this. And then it's a case of brute forcing the password for the key. I am tired, guys. This is my first one of these I've done for a long time, and it just so happens to be an insane box. So far, I suppose it's not been too bad. We can brute the key pass according to Orestes anyway. So let's do that. Fine, we'll use that. Oops. Oh, we're done. Oh, seriously, dude. What is it? done that, but it's just because of the copy paste is ridiculous. There we go. There we go, finally. I'm so tired, guys. So that's moved it into John's crackable format. There we are, you see? So I think we can do nano hash.text, and we can get, I think we need to get rid of this at the start, from what I remember. And then we can use hashcat probably. Let's make sure that loads, and then we can use it with a word list. It'll be fine. Correct. Perfect. Perfect. Right, we got there in the end, guys. Sorry it takes so long. And the password here is there. Okay. We're in. Oh, we are in. Right, that's the first victory. Oh, what is all this? Well, we're going to cat user.text because we can. In fact, I'm going to grab that as well. I'll run limpies in a sec, but I just actually want to see what this is first. We've got debug.text. Got a long number, okay. Fine. Encrypt Sage. This is RSA. I'll tell you how I know, shall I? So the RSA algorithm, it has P and Q, which are prime numbers. And then P and Q are multiplied together to get N. And then phi is P minus 1 multiplied by Q minus 1. And then E is your encrypted I can't remember what you call it. D is your private key. Is there a D in here anywhere? No. D is what's going to be calculated. Oh, RSA is a great one. So back when I was doing maths A level, I did some forensics and cryptography and things. We did a lot on RSA and things, and I've even got a challenge on my website as well about RSA. So that'll be the encrypted text then. Interesting. Okay, RSA isn't too difficult to crack, providing the values are relatively small for the come on, what's the word? For the prime numbers, right? So password, this is the root flag. The root flag is being opened, and then it's being opening output, and it's opening debug, password encode hex 16. So it's encoding it in hex and then as an int. Oh, that's interesting. So it's base 16, which is hexadecimal, then base 10. Okay, I'll have to do that in reverse later. And then it's going to write the password to output. Yeah, that's what I thought. So really, this is the root flag. So we don't even need to get root on the system. We just need to decrypt this. Fine. That's not going to be too bad. So let's cat output as well. Did we do that? Ah, that's the encrypted password. Got you. So debug.txt is different. What is debug then? Oh, P, Q, and E. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Right. Well, we'll deal with this in a second, one thing at a time. And then what's the last thing here? Is that just the user.txt? Okay. So P, Q, and E are all written to the debug file. RSA. P, Q, and E are all written to the debug file, which means that the debug file here, that's going to be P, and then that's going to be Q, and that's going to be E, yeah, because that one's longer, so that's actually one long line. It goes off the end and wraps around. Okay, so we've got P, Q, and E. Intriguing. Let's just copy that. So P is here. Q is here. And then E is here. So I'll show you something, right? Oh no, I've just deleted everything from my system, so I can't show you. I did have a Java code which I wrote about 10-15 years ago to crack problems just like this. But I've literally just removed it from my system today. It's on my backup drive, but I don't want to go into that. I'm sure somebody else has written something to do this for me rather than me having to write my own code again. I could also try editing this code a bit. Oh no, because you need to get the mod inverse to get the remainder. Yeah, we're not going to deal with that. Let's find something that somebody's written. So all we really need to do is, provided we've got P, Q, and E, we need to be able to crack. Okay, let's have a look. Cracking RSA with P, Q, and E. That's all we need to look for, I think. RSA given P, Q, and E. Cryptography stack exchange. Perfect. Top result. Yeah, E is generally 65537. So this is ridiculous that E is a. Yeah, E is your prime constant. Yeah, that's what E is. Right. It's generally 65537. In our case, it's huge. So calculate D. D is the private key. Yeah, I mean, the Euclid algorithm works, and so does the yeah, anyway, Euclidean algorithm is the one that I used to use quite a lot. So someone's written some code to do this for us. It looks very similar to what we've got. It calculates phi in the same way. It's got P and Q and so on. This code might work for these input values, but it crashes with other. Okay, so there's a modified version. Input math mod inverse. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You need to get the mod inverse in order to crack. So we don't really need to know how this works, but we should be able to at least run this code and figure out if we can get some sort of result from it. So let's just try this as is, and hopefully everything will be okay. We'll try it before I start writing it in my thing. So all we need to really do is change our P, Q, C, T, and E values. Okay, so let's do that. So P we've been given, Q we've been given, CT is the ciphertext, which we've been given in the other file, in the output file, and then E we've been given. So technically, you know, we should actually be able to just run this and it probably will work straight off. Probably. So let's find out. So P is this value here. And it doesn't really matter if I put this in as P or as Q, because P is multiplied by Q, so they can be in either order, I guess. As long as they're both prime, and then you get your co-primes with the... Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just talking myself through this because I know how this works. I'm just trying to just keep myself going with it. If you want to learn more about this, by the way, you can either look it up. Wikipedia is a great source. Or you can take a math class. But yeah, RSA is an interesting one. I've got a few challenges on my own challenge website, revolutionelite.co.uk. That site is a little bit abandoned, but I'm thinking of reviving it at some point. This is my challenge site from 2010. Yeah, that's a good start. Come on, from 2010. So I've got all these different like exploit challenges and stuff like that. And of course it says it'll solve because I'm the admin, so I don't really have a ranking on here. Got access to the admin section and so on. But I think some of my users have got 100%. Terran's got 100%, but he's the only one, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so enough of Revolution Elite. Check it out if you want. What was I doing? So the ciphertext is the only thing I'm missing now. Where would that be? Encrypted password, it'd be here, right? Let's copy that and throw that into the code here. And I have a feeling that's it. So what we're going to do is Python 3. So it has n, which is p and q multiplied by together, and then it has the plain text. So it seems to have worked. That's quite interesting. Okay, let me update notes and then we can play around with this plain text and see if we can convert it into the root hash. We're not getting, looks like we're not going to get a root shell on this, but we're getting the root.txt, and I think this is the intended way. We can use the code at here to decrypt or crack the edited code with our values is as follows. Just for completeness, you know. Plus, in case that link ever goes down, then at least I know what the code is. So we'll grab that. Oh, I can't. Hang on a minute. What am I doing? Let's cat. There we go. That is more like it. There we go. And then running gives us this. Okay. Fine. The Sage file shows that. What does the Sage file show? Yeah, it's been encoded in hex and then int. Okay. Shows int and hex encoding. So let's see. Let's grab this first. And we'll take it to Alright, I wonder if this works. So we put in the ASCII text, which takes us to these hex bytes. and then the hex get, no, hang on a minute, wrong way around. I don't like this. I don't like this site. Let's try this one. Could just write a program to do this, or just do a bash script, quite honestly, but this is showing what you can do if you are not wanting to if you're not wanting to do it this way. I'm going to convert it. Nope. We'll go back to decimal to ASCII. Number delimiter. Still don't know what this is doing. Still don't know what this is doing. We have a hex number. Problem is, you can't really do... Okay, my brain's fried. It's literally a 2-order thing, and I'm getting the order wrong every time. I don't know why. Give me a second. I'm just going to just take a break and figure out what the hell I'm doing. Don't mind me. Brain fog has lifted. So if we get this, I just use a different website because this one's just so much simpler. It's the one I generally use. It was in my hack resources. If you put the decimal in here, because if you look at this, look, it's hex encoded first, and then it's turned to an integer afterwards, and so you need to do it in reverse. So we need to do from decimal to hex first, which is here, and then we need to go from hex to the readable text, ASCII here. And that is the root flag, apparently. Okay. So let me just make a note of that site. We use that. So we'll convert number to convert int decimal to hex, and then hex to, well, text, and get the root flag. So I don't even think we need to get root here. I think this is probably enough to finish the system. There is probably a way to get root. I'm so tired. It's not going to happen. Not right now anyway. One which I may come back to. So let's finish this. This is fairly decent system. I'm not really happy with it. It's okay. Some of the encodings were fine. Not much here that's realistic. You don't just leave your keys on the desktop sort of thing. So a little bit of a shame, I suppose. Okay, so we'll get the user.txt, we'll get the root.txt, and we'll get this first insane box for HackTheBox finished. Let's go back here, or at least we can hope so. User flag is here. That was not too easy, but it wasn't too bad either. And then I'm rather hoping that my calculations were correct and that this is the root flag here. That was fine. That was literally just looking things up. I mean, it would have been harder if I'd have done it myself, I guess. So that one was easier that time, other than my brain fog at the end. Well, this is a interesting welcome back, I suppose, after 2 weeks away, but obviously for you, no difference. But for me, two weeks away, we are done here. So can we shut the system down? I didn't make any changes to the system, so there's no point in reverting it. But there we go, terminated at this point. So here you can see now, if we go to machines, retired machines, this one should be done. And next one is a medium system called Lazy. But before then, we have Try Hack Me. Now, I did receive some sort of message on YouTube. Let me just see if I can quickly find this. Let me see if I can quickly find this. I'm going to need to go to YouTube Studio. Okay, so there was a message which was left on the video raw, and it says, for Try Hack Me, could you do Break Me next on THM? And that was by Max24386. Yes, that's what's coming next. Break Me on Try Hack Me will be the next video on Tuesday. So thank you for the suggestion, and thank you everybody for joining. Truly appreciated. Have a good one. Please subscribe if you haven't. Obviously, please give a like and share the video around, share the playlist around if you can, and please visit Nethemba.com for all your pen testing needs. Goodbye.